Hello and welcome to Short Times, where we bring you the latest and greatest films from around the world. Today, we have an emotional and heart-wrenching film that tells the story of a young father. The film opens with the funeral of Matthew Logeland's wife, Liz. Kevin Hart plays Matthew, who is inconsolable and struggling to come to terms with his loss. His best friends, Jordan and Oscar, try to help him, as does his mother, Anna, but he finds it difficult to move on. The added responsibility of being a single father to his and Liz's infant daughter, Maddie, only adds to his stress. The audience is left to question if Matthew is ready to take on this new role alone. A flashback shows Matthew and Liz in the hospital, receiving the news that their baby will have to be delivered via C-section earlier than expected. The procedure goes smoothly and they welcome a healthy baby girl, Maddie. Liz's parents, Marion and Mike, come to visit and meet their new granddaughter. But soon after, Liz starts to have difficulty breathing and loses consciousness. The doctors rush in and take Liz away, but when Matthew sees them again, they inform him that Liz has passed away from a pulmonary embolism. Anna and Marion stay with Matthew to help take care of Maddie in the wake of Liz's death. Both of them suggest that Matthew should move back to Minnesota to be closer to family and for a better chance at a stable life for him and Maddie. But Matthew is hesitant to leave his life and job in California behind. His boss, Howard, encourages him to take time off, but he ultimately decides to try working from home while balancing his new role as a single father. The first few months of single parenthood are difficult for Matthew as he struggles to care for Maddie, who cries excessively, is constantly dirtying her diapers, and is hard to put to sleep. He brings her to work as he can't find a babysitter, and his family members have gone back home. He tries everything to make her stop crying, from rocking her to sleep, singing lullabies and feeding her, but nothing seems to work. He eventually discovers that playing white noise helps her fall asleep. In a meeting with important clients, Maddie starts crying and Matthew rushes out to attend to her. But surprisingly, the clients are understanding and offer him tips to help soothe Maddie. Matthew hires a babysitter and goes out to the club with his friend Jordan, but he is still not over Liz and can't enjoy himself as he wants to. He takes Maddie to Minnesota to spend time with her grandparents, where they visit Liz's parents' home and Liz's old room has been set up for Maddie. He talks to his mother and expresses his desire to be a great parent like her, and she reassures him that he is doing a great job. As time goes on, Maddie grows up and becomes a young child, around 4 or 5 years old. Matthew enrolls her in a private school but chooses to let her wear pants instead of skirts like the other girls. He also involves her in activities with his friends, Jordan and Oscar, and she joins them for their poker nights. The story follows with Matt taking his daughter Maddie to a park for her birthday party. While they are there, Matt meets a woman named Lizzie, who has been set up with him by his friends Oscar and Rose. Initially, Matt and Lizzie are unsure of the setup, but they eventually warm up to each other and have a natural conversation. Lizzie reveals that she is an animator for a TV show called Lucky Jim, which Matt initially thinks is a children's program. However, he later discovers that the show is actually about a perverted leprechaun named Jim and decides that Maddie can no longer watch it. Later on, Maddie starts getting teased at school for wearing pants, which leads to the school's head nun bringing it to Matt's attention. In response, Matt takes Maddie shopping for new clothes, but she expresses a desire to wear Batman boys' underwear instead of ones for girls. As Matt and Lizzie continue to see each other, they start dating consistently. Eventually, Matt decides that it's time for Maddie to meet Lizzie, especially since Maddie has been feeling a bit upset about not having a female figure in her life. After a day at the carnival, Matt introduces Maddie to Lizzie, who tells the girl that she can call her Swan instead. Maddie quickly takes a liking to Lizzie, and the two form a close bond. The story takes a turn when Matt drops Maddie off at school and rushes off to meet Lizzie. At school, Maddie is teased again by the boys when they see her wearing boys' underwear under her skirt. In a fit of anger, Maddie tries to tackle one of the boys and ends up hitting her head and getting a nasty gash on her forehead. The school tries to reach Matt, but he doesn't check his phone until later and rushes to the hospital. Despite his reluctance to trust the hospital where Liz died, he agrees to let the doctors treat Maddie. Feeling guilty for neglecting Maddie, Matt ends his relationship with Lizzie. At work, Howard offers Matt a job in Croatia, and he decides to take Maddie to Minnesota to stay with her grandparents. However, Maddie is upset with Matt for breaking up with Lizzie and not allowing her to see other family members. When they arrive at her grandparents' home, Maddie asks her grandmother about her mother and is told that Liz was strong and smart, just like her. Matt realizes that his mother-in-law wants Maddie to stay with them long-term, which Maddie seems open to, but Matt is reluctant to let her stay. He eventually realizes that he's not making Maddie happy, and agrees to let her stay with her grandparents for now. As Maddie sleeps, Matt reflects on his fears of raising her alone. After returning home without Maddie, Matt is informed by Howard that he is retiring and that Matt has been recommended for his old job. This news fills Matt with mixed emotion, as he is grateful for the opportunity but knows it may mean seeing Maddie even less. His friends Jordan and Oscar can tell that Maddie's absence is taking a toll on Matt. Going through Maddie's room, he finds a necklace that Liz had given her and Maddie had been searching for. When Matt and Oscar head to Croatia for the job, Matt finds himself thinking of Maddie constantly and decides to cut the trip short to return to her. When he sees her, she runs to him and hugs him, and he gives her the necklace. Before leaving her grandparents' home, Matt bids farewell to Marion and Mike, the latter of whom tearfully tells him how happy Liz was with him. After returning home, Matt goes to Lizzie's house to apologize for how things ended between them. Lizzie forgives him and agrees to join Matt and Maddie for ice cream. The movie ends with Matt bringing Maddie back to school, where she is now allowed to wear jeans, and he shows up in a skirt to make her feel better. The film is a powerful reminder that even in our darkest moments, it is possible to find hope, love, and the strength to move forward. It's a must-watch for anyone who has ever experienced loss or the challenges of single parenthood. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more great short films like this one. And leave a comment below. Let us know what you think of this film.